Welcome to the Grand Rapids, Michigan, Kent County residential real estate market update with data through April 2020. My name is Rodney Constable. I'm a realtor with Century 21 affiliated out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Year over year, home prices are up 5.8% in the Grand Rapids area, with the average home selling for $249,136. 1 year ago, the average home was selling for $235,547. The average home is selling after being on the market for just 23 days. Now, when we compare that to the inventory of unsold homes, those homes have been on the market for an average of 79 days. What these two data points tell us is that if a home is properly priced, it will sell in a relatively short period of time. However, if a home is not properly priced for its condition, location, and amenities, that home will stay on the market for an extended period of time. Right now, on average, about 79 days. Next, let's take a look at the year-to-date new listings versus the same period 1 year ago. And here we are starting to see the effects of having to shut down the economy due to the coronavirus. The year-to-date new listings are down 16% versus the same period 1 year ago. Next, let's take a look at that same data, but now let's look at it over the past 5 years. So for the first 4 months of 2020, we can see here that we've had 2,778 new listings that have come to market in Kent County. That is down 530 listings versus the same period in 2019. You can see that in 2019, from January through the end of April, we had 3,308 new listings. And if we go down to 2016, you can see that there was 3,703 new listings for the first 4 months of calendar year 2016. And then when we look at 2017 and 2018 and 2019, we can see that year over year, the number of listings have been dropping steadily since 2016. And of course, now in 2020, for the first 4 months of the year, 2,778 listings. That's 925 fewer listings in the first 4 months of the year than what we saw in 2016. So we are definitely seeing fewer and fewer homes that have been coming to market over the last few years. And of course, the effects of having to shut down the economy to prevent the spread of the coronavirus has really taken a hit on the number of listings that have come to market so far this year. But again, the trend has been lower over the last 4 years anyway. So the fact that we're down another 16% versus the same period last year, obviously in the short term here, not a good sign, but we'll just have to see what happens. And at some point, this number, of course, will reverse itself as we're able to really open up the economy and get things back to normal. But it probably will take a little while. Next, let's take a look at the number of year-to-date closed transactions versus the same period 1 year ago. Now, in this category, we are up 3.6%. But again, when we take a look at the historical data in a numerical format and look at 2016 through 2020, we can see here that we had 2,358 transactions that closed in the first 4 months of the year. So what we can see here is that 82 more transactions closed for the first 4 months of 2020 than what we saw in 2019. One of the things to remember about 2019 is we had a really tough winter, so that definitely had an impact on the amount of listings and closed transactions in 2019. And we can see that in 2019, we had 2,276 closed transactions for the first 4 months of the year, and that was down quite a bit versus what we saw 2016, 2017, and 2018. And then when we go back to where we are right now, again, 2,358 closed transactions through the first 4 months of 2020. That is 456 fewer closed transactions for the first 4 months of the year than what we saw in calendar year 2016, where we had 2,814 closed transactions for the first 4 months of the year. Starting in 2016, you can see that year over year, we've had fewer and fewer closed transactions, of course, going up to 2019. At least we are up a little bit this year over last year as far as the number of homes that have actually closed. So that is a good sign. Next, let's take a look at the average months of inventory in Kent County. So far for calendar year 2020, we have 1.6 months of inventory in Kent County. Now, what this means is that if no new homes came to market, we would be completely sold out of homes in 1.6 months based on our current sell rate. Now, to put that in perspective, 1.6 months is about 48 days of inventory. Guys, that's not a lot of inventory at all, okay? And as you can see, we're up just a little bit over the inventory that we saw for 2018 and 2019, and again, just up a little bit over what we saw in 2017, and this is the highest inventory count that we've had since 2016. And we can see here that the highest inventory that we've seen over the last 8 years in Kent County was 2.3 months of inventory. So why does inventory matter? Well, as we can see here, if you have between 1 and 2 months of inventory, you probably are going to experience double-digit price appreciation on homes. And that is exactly what we have seen for many years here in the Grand Rapids area. If you're running between 3 and 4 months of inventory, you would generally experience single-digit price appreciation. If the inventory built to where you had between 5 and 6 months of inventory, this is more of a normal, balanced, or neutral market where you might experience some price appreciation, but it would more than likely be in the low single digits. And if you're under 5 to 6 months of inventory, this is considered a seller's market, and that's exactly what we have seen for many years here in Grand Rapids. If you're over 6 months of inventory, this is considered a buyer's market. And if your inventory built to between 7 and 8 months, that's when you would most likely experience single-digit price depreciation. And then if the inventory built to 9 months plus, that's when you would likely see double-digit price depreciation. So 7 to 8 months of inventory, single-digit price depreciation, 9 months plus, that's when we start to get into double-digit price depreciation. If you would like to learn even more about the likelihood of home prices rising in the future, I would highly suggest you watch my information-packed Will Home Prices Continue to Rise video, which is out on my YouTube channel. I will also put a link to that video in the description box below this video. So what are the next steps? Watch my Will Home Prices Continue to Rise video, watch my other YouTube videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for ongoing real estate education. Please give me a thumbs up on this video and other videos that you like. Leave a comment on my videos and share my videos on my YouTube channel with your friends, family, and colleagues. Also, please feel free to connect with me via social media and call me at 616-258-4782 if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area. Thank you so much for being on this video with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.